You're not supposed to be able to finish it.
Alright guys, today Alice and I are going to be playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. Alice, what am I looking at here?
You are looking at the next generation of brand advertising.
Colonel Sanders, I must say, is looking the best I've ever seen him look.
Oh yeah, I mean, just look at that, chiseled jawline.
Colonel Sanders has become a Bishonen, and does he get shirtless in this? Because I'm very curious about that.
I don't know.
He should do.
We'll have
if he
to
doesn't,
find out.
I'm very disappointed. Anyway, I guess we click new game?
Yep.
Before we get started, tell us your name. Okay, I guess we're gonna both play as each other, yeah? So I'm typing in Mix.
Yep.
Oh, look at those delicious biscuits. Is they biscuits, right? That thing is.
Yep.
We don't have that in the
Biscuits
UK,
and
but I am familiar with American KFC, so.
Yes.
All right. So
What
we have a
about
narrator.
biscuits?
Who would like to be? Do you want me to be the narrator?
Yeah.
Okay. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. What are we gonna do, Alice?
Smack that clock up and at him, throw the clock out the window and stay in bed forever. I know the latter one is how I would react.
I stopped the clock because I don't want us to be like, oh, we're gonna just sleep forever, game over. I wouldn't be surprised if that was an ending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. So interesting name, very unique.
Yep.
Your
Do you like little hearts on our window?
I do. They're very adorable. And there's some Korean boy band on the wall as well.
Yep. And then a picture of a
Chicken.
chicken. Kung Fu chicken?
Yeah, maybe it's Kung Pao chicken. Eh.
And then a string of pearls hanging out of our jewelry box on our desk.
Well, you need to look good for culinary school, you know.
Oh, yes.
We also have a monitor, but don't appear to have any tower or actual PC next to it. It's just a... which is a bit strange. Unless it's the TV, I guess.
It's definitely set up like a computer.
It's very strange.
Who's gonna guess it's the future, and they have magical computers that are very, very powerful, and they fit the contents of a tower into the back of the monitor.
That makes sense. We also have a tennis racket and a bottle of something. Of nothing, actually. I think it's empty. All right. That's the breakdown of our life here.
Oh, we also have massive shoes. Look at those.
They're the same
In
size
the
as mine.
corner.
I have
look
huge
like-
feet, actually.
Well, those look like men's size 15 shoes.
Okay,
And
I
one looks like...
don't have quite that big feet. It's like one's
one
bigger
looks-
than the other.
Yeah.
Do you think we have like a foot deformity? I'm very sorry if that's offensive, anyone watching this video with a foot deformity, but you know what I mean.
Possibly. Maybe we have chicken feet.
Maybe the twist is we are a chicken.
Also, under our pillow is glowing weirdly.
Yeah, there's probably some KFC under there, that's what I'm gonna guess.
Hmm.
Your
Sleeping
mind
with our chicken.
begins to wonder. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by and you find your imagination getting away from you. You gotta take this seriously, or we allow our self to daydream a bit thinking about the future. You choose which one, Alice. You can pick one or two.
I think we should daydream a bit.
Okay,
And that way we can be late and run in with toast in our mouth.
Okay, perfect. It's here! Finally! Your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare, so many students to meet. Didn't that just loop? Okay, your mind is swimming in possibilities when you realise you're running late. You grab a biscuit and burst out the door in a hurry.
Yep.
Delicious. Just what I needed to wake up those taste buds. I fucking hate
Look
biscuits,
at
by
the
the way.
steam.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of those American biscuits. They're weird. I find them weird. The European people, right? They're like scones. They're almost the same as scones, except they're hot and slightly savoury. It's weird. It's weird. Yikes, you're in such a hurry, in fact, that you forgot to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh. Oh, wow, this is a generic university.
Yeah.
Do all the American universities look like this, or is this just like a trope?
You know, I don't know. None of my universities look like this.
I mean, there must be some. I reckon they're all filmed at the same university in movies.
It's probably East Coast. I can bet all the East Coast universities look like rubber stamps of each other.
Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. Wow. Miriam's really into this role. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. You can be Miriam then.
Yep. Good morning, Minx! Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives?
Actually, I'm...
Because I sure am. Excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous.
What's the...
It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail?
Classic Miriam, raised by MasterChef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies... Am I just saying this out loud? Playing together. Oh yes, I am. Ever since we were little babies playing together, and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're going to do great.
But with the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up.
A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. That was a rock-hard mannequin, Jesus. Should you pep talk her, or change the subject to give her some relief? I'm going to pick this one, and we're going to go for pep talk, okay?
Alright.
Remember last month when we saw the fortune teller and had our tarot cards read?
The lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget.
The face there is just like, she's horrified. I know she looks spooky, but she was so sweet, and she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower? Isn't the tower a terrible card? That's what I thought.
Usually.
And that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is bad.
I've been waiting for so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own.
And I'm sure you will soon. In no time we'll be graduating and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you feel her nerves begin to ease.
You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Can you believe I cut them myself?
Yes. You can definitely believe it. I cannot believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground.
Hey!
It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but feel with jealousy. She can get everything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, is that how you say Ashley? Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Hello, Ashley. Do you want to do both of these, or do you want me to do one, or?
Yeah, I'll do her. There's another villain that pops up.
Okay.
Or another rival guy.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins.
I think they misspelt shit.
Oh, that's me.
It is.
You leave Minx's shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins.
You can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact there's actually Ashley, but you had to she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone.
If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us.
We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van the Man, has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight that you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes.
Ahem. Van.
Oh my god, what the fuck am I looking at? It's like Prince Charming crossed with a Japanese gangster. You rang! You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would even allow people like you to attend as students.
I know, right? You think they'd just hand us our diplomas now?
Or maybe hire us as professors? You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam.
See you later, losers.
Oh my god. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Oh my, this is horrific. This is like it's like the Michelin Man had a child and it's real.
Huh.
Okay. What?
Oh, should it be the kid?
Yeah, you can be the kid. You can be Pop, who I'm guessing is some kind of culinary genius.
Oopsie. I think it's broken.
That face, Jesus Christ. Has he got mustard stains on him or something? You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick.
I love you.
I think you mean thank you?
My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old.
Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Minx, all caps. So, are you going to make me hold this door all day?
Nope.
And with that, young man walks into the building ahead of you.
Is it just me, or is he kind of cute?
It's just you, Miriam. Yeah, I think it's... Oh my god, this is me! I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. Who is that up by the clock on the wall?
I don't know. Maybe it's the current CEO?
Of KFC? And maybe.
Yeah.
We have a map on the right of all the KFCs currently around the world.
All good information.
Yeah, and someone's just drawn a bucket of chicken on the chalkboard as well, just in case you didn't know what it looked like. Very useful.
Yeah.
You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. Excuse me. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of the class. Adorable. Okay. Oh, I guess I'll be Sprinkles.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of the voice. I'm gonna do the voice that me and Chrism do for Pretzel all the time. No, quiet down, everyone.
That's you.
Oh shit! Sorry. Yeah, it confused me because you appeared. Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class?
You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL.
Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and a little fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, that cherry blossom. Wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom.
Guess who showed up?
I'm chilly. Someone close the window.
And then he walks in. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still.
It's him. It's...
If it isn't my favorite student, Holland.
Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before you can finish his sentence. You can be the professor, the CEO of KFC.
Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders.
A hush murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong.
And this over here must be Sweaty Sweats-a-Lot.
Maybe we should open the window back up before faucet pits melt into a puddle and evaporates entirely.
Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my best friend like that.
You two both know my name, and we were in the same kindergarten class. What is it with all your really weird insults?
Besides, when Meek sweats, it's not gross. It's beautiful. Look at that shimmer.
That is disgusting. Okay, I've only got one choice here. You turn to find Colonel Sanders standing directly in front of you. Okay. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hand outstretched.
Boy, howdy, this classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky fryer. Pardon me, I guess I need to dig out my southern accent.
Yeah, it's okay.
Please, use my handkerchief.
It's much better than mine. Oh my god. You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you about how sweaty you look. You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? How will you respond? It's your choice, Alice, so go ahead.
Oh. Well, obviously we should take the handkerchief, or otherwise we will suffer forever.
Okay, we're going to take the handkerchief.
And also then we can, stalk him later, put it in our shrine, the whole good stuff.
You stretch out your hand and Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. It's so beautiful. You hesitate to press it to your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has its natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules.
Welcome to University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable, tiny food. And when it's all said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena.
Just then, another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. What the fuck? Okay. I guess I'll be this one.
Yeah.
Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss...
Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place?
Don't you recognize me? This is my third year in this school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember
I think
me?
I'd remember that nose.
Yeah, it's horrific.
You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels.
You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance.
What?
What the fuck? The class bursts into laughter.
Oh, Clank, you rascal.
Sprinkles walks to the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts up his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff.
Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself.
You never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkle's reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Alright. It's my choice. I'm going to go for a chicken snack because chicken's healthy. And it's a chicken branded game. So I feel like that chicken could never be the wrong choice.
Yep.
You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkle's eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favourite!
Well, I think there might be some competition for a new star student.
The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavours on them at all times.
Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds open to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation.
As everyone rushes to claim their favourite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only 2 options remain.
Hey, Minx, there's still a seat here.
Seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me, if you're interested.
Okay, so it's your choice. You can choose to sit by Colonel Sanders or sit by your best friend.
Well, I think we should commit fully to abandoning our best friend in the favor of romance.
Mm-hmm. Sit by Colonel Sanders, then. It is.
Sit by Colonel Sanders.
You move to take your seat by Colonel Sanders. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencils. However, his perfect upright posture shows a seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn.
Thanks for offering me the seat.
I've only had 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you'll ever get that feeling of accomplishing something.
That's so inspiring. A little off topic, but if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement.
Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz.
Yay, a quiz about me.
Can we just kill Pop, please? Just shoot him or something.
This incredibly important and surprising short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knife sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. If train A is travelling to point B and train B is travelling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking?
It depends. Extremely. Looking at you, Pop. Doesn't matter at all.
It's my choice, so I'm gonna pick extremely looking at you, Pop.
Alright.
That's right.
Alright, now it's your choice for the next one. Forest is to tree, as chicken is to...
Feather, as probably it's not a slam dunk, or night vision goggles. I'm not really sure how that's related at all.
Okay, we'll pick feather. That's
Yep.
right. What's the most efficient eating utensil ever created? A commercially oversized fork, a meat tenderizer, or a spork? Considering the game has been pushing sporks already, I'm going to go with a spork. Yep,
Yes.
that is correct. What food is best for a broken heart?
Anything, as long as it is prepared with love and not too much salt.
So not KFC then.
Camel meat. I mean, I live in a desert, so camel meat's a little bit more accessible than chicken, right?
Is Sprinkles a good boy? He is the best boy. That's the option I'm picking there.
Yep.
Perfect score!
That's how I
5 out of
answered
5.
So that's how I answered all my multiple choice questions at school. Which answer is the longest and most detailed? Because it's probably the right one.
Yeah, who would bother writing one otherwise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We did it. Perfect. Wow, be honest. Did you cheat? You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed.
I know we just met, but I have to confess. I think you have a beautiful brain. Oh, look at all those hearts.
Yep. Hot diggity, Minx. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance.
May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch!
Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten in. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would be as serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters.
Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good.
Everyone, can I have your attention?
Is it about lunch?
No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was...
Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement.
Yeah, fuck off, unattractive kid. We're not here to talk to you. I don't care what you have to say. Hey,
That look on Colonel Sanders' face.
Oh yeah, look at the little anger, the little anime anger things on both them. I was.
Yeah. It's about lunch.
Everyone cheers, but I.
Shush! Lunch!
She said shh.
In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch.
I wonder what it could be.
That must be the smell I smelled!
Indeed. That smell?
You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true?
Look at the forearms on him.
It's cool. It's all the lifting chicken, I guess. It's all the strangling chicken with his bare hands before he deep fries them.
Is this?
Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. This is like hypnotism. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating.
For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors.
You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can.
But that's all I'll say about that.
They're disrespecting the Colonel. Team Rocket these guys are disrespecting the Colonel.
They look like Team Rocket, don't they?
They are Team Rocket. They're clearly a Team Rocket. I'm Van, right? Sorry, I got with their fucking names. What do you think? We want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Sure. Nah, my dude. Nah. I'm just drafting a last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him! He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn.
His face.
You wait to see what Zinger actually is prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach.
Yeah, and I was like, just writing in my diary.
I mean,
Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at the moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender.
you see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. By the way, can I just say that she clearly is a fan of chicken because she has fucking fried chicken cutouts in her tights.
Yep, on her thighs.
Yeah, on her thighs.
Yep.
What?
Well, Van, the man. If you don't want any.
I'll take his. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Look at his face now.
Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in.
Did you know that a KFC bargain bucket is perfect size to fill a whole classroom full of students? For only $9.99. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Along with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. I think this is your choice.
Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. Savor the moment and everything that it tells you about Colonel Sanders' culinary heart. Or swim toward the light. Well, I don't really want to die.
No.
You know, since it's all about love and food, let's see how much love he's put into his mass-produced fried chicken.
So that's the second one.
Yeah.
Okay. The flavors in your mouth are beautiful, pure, heavenly. What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love. For a man? For a flavor? Are they the same? After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. We approach him. Colonel Sanders smiles at you ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second?
Anything for a fella, chef?
What exactly was on that chicken? That's his gasp there.
Yeah, it should have been earlier. How bold to come out and ask.
Excuse me?
It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal.
It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade.
What's the rush? The semester's only getting started. We got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. That face just like...
Yeah. Never
he's
giving
like,
up my secret recipe.
Disgust me.
He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun?
You got moxie, I'll give you that.
I've never heard that phrase before. What does that mean?
It's like you've got guts.
Oh, okay. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers.
Just one ingredient. But you can't tell. I use bleep.
It's like an SCP document suddenly.
I use redacted. It's something my great-grandmother taught me.
Redacted? Wow! You'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you get some if you searched. While you're wrapped up in the huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad.
Oh, it's you again. Howdy.
I mean, you did just leave halfway through our conversation, Colonel.
Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated.
You've only been here a day!
Well, the semester's only 3 days long.
Yeah, no, but how many times has he had a chance to come outside to do this?
Good question.
Question. It sounds like you have big plans.
I dare say the biggest. I'll leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that.
Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Alright, so... neg him to show... It's my choice. Neg him to show your own strength. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient to really spice things up. Or be modest but thoughtful. I'm going to go for 3. Be modest but thoughtful.
Yep.
Oh, yes, the hearts. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery. It was perfect.
I appreciate the compliment, Minx.
I'm sure you'll be a big success.
I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon.
You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need.
Iron Chef Coliseum.
It is like that, isn't it? It's like, have you ever played the game Battle Chef Brigade? It reminds me of that as well.
Yeah.
Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it?
You're not going to blow anything except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations.
Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair up.
We're going to break Miriam's heart again, aren't we?
Yep.
Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel.
Totally tackle him.
Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2 that is me and you, if that wasn't clear? Want to be my partner?
Sure, Minx. I'll prepare our station.
Wow. We're smooth. Look at her face. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice.
Hello, new partner. Oh my, two potential partners? I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to
She's
choose.
fucking crying! It looks like I had to pick for her. Friend Judy's gonna be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Miriam's gonna date Clank. Because...
yeah, I kind of want to save her from getting arrested for pedophilia, so,
yeah, Clank.
Clank.
Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today.
Also, Clank seems marginally competent, and
Yeah,
Pop,
isn't...
I'm very concerned about.
Yeah, I think Pop...
It's okay.
I think Pop's the kid that eats the glue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth.
Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet.
Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. I mean, he does have a face, kind of.
Yeah. It blinks even.
Yeah, he looks more human than the guy with the boring voice and the huge nose, so, you know.
Tissue? I hardly know you.
Clank Juddler's panels shake loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. Looks like
Did
you
you just, like,
two...
pop a boner?
I think he did, yeah. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork.
Alright, you two, for today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea.
Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? We've got steak tartare. Seems easy enough. It's fancy. You don't need to cook it. Using an octopus will blow Colonel Sanders' mind. Where grandmother's mashed... seeing as only one of these is on the menu at KFC, in America at least. Not in the menu in the UK, but one of the, in America, I know for a fact the third one is on the menu. We're going to go for that.
It is. Yep, there's the heart.
Yeah. I've always been something of a down-home chef. Yeah, I know. I'm glad I've eaten KFC in America. I'll be fucked. No mashed potatoes and gravy in the UK. KFC.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's so sad.
No biscuits either. Very, very different menu, actually, other than the fried chicken. That's the only consistency. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, and comforting. Are we flirting with him? Is that a euphemism for something else? Maybe
Probably.
mashed potatoes?
And gravy.
I couldn't imagine one without the other. Are we making, like, brown gravy or country-style gravy?
I think it's brown gravy.
Okay. Again, if you're not from America, you have no fucking clue what I just said. But trust me, there's different kinds of gravy there. Nowhere else.
Oh, there's a lot of different kinds.
Yeah, here it'd just be brown gravy. That's the only option. We don't have country style gravy. But that's the two that I come across the most in America. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes.
No, please. Let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here.
So Ashley,
Does
when you're
someone have a
actually...
crush on Colonel Sanders?
We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business, you chicken thigh slut.
Sanders' heart is my business, and you'd better keep your fingers off my man.
Did someone call for me?
He came with rock music.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, his muscles underneath that fucking...
Yeah.
I just realized...
No,
sorry. I just realized his
Bad
hair
back.
is shaped in a star at the end as well. I just noticed that.
Yep.
That's horrific. Anyway, sorry, please continue.
No, geez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Minx's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the deal, remember?
Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your old friends.
Oh, howdy there, Ashley. Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now?
Look at Ashley. What a whore.
Yeah.
Actually, no. It looked like Minx was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring.
I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Ha! Doubt it!
Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel, deep down, that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense.
Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear, she's coming for Colonel if you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask her for some backup here before things get... You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. But it's your choice.
Well, since we are in the process of abandoning our best friend, we should ask our new
Hunker-punks.
flame to help us.
Okay, turn to Colonel Sanders. I'm here to learn and to express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Partners were chosen at the beginning of class, so let's all respect the format, okay? You turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders and Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right?
A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Minx as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it.
She's crying. Good.
Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Minx's natural talent or their loyalty.
Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station and realise that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavour. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well, while your attention was elsewhere.
Those potatoes sure boiled fast.
Yeah.
I know just what to do.
Colonel Sanders extends his hand. He's holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, out of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud.
It's very convenient that they have a set of bowls that matches the buckets that they just happen to have.
It is. Maybe Colonel Sanders carries them around with him for consistency. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still.
If you love something, set it free. We must be a chicken. We absolutely must be a chicken.
Together, you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's putting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face.
Van! Do something! Do something!
Scooping up a fingerful, Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity?
Hold on right there, Minx. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expected better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands.
Can I have potatoes, face?
Can we just kill the child? Just, like, microwave him or something until he bursts.
Just shove him in the oven. No one will
Yeah,
notice.
No one will notice. Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hands. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic! In a few moments, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my speciality. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe blade forged by my supreme chef ancestors. It looks disgusting, actually. I like octopus, but, you know. You've ignored me. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I was still looking at the octopus.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty gross looking, actually. You know what I mean? I also think the guy on the right is a potential candidate to start a school shooting.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will look on with envy. The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bit of his signature dish right off the plate. Oh my god. No! Don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the... That's not a thing! May have turned in the process. The results could be toxic. Too late. It has been eaten. I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good. It killed him! Everyone, step back! Don't take another bite! Oh my god. This is awful! When you look back at the plate, the rest of it's gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped up into Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then is immediately back to his oblivious self.
Oopsie. Tastes like poison.
The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd as they are motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment, snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money. Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here! Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you.
I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home.
We are so in.
Oh, yeah.
What? Like for real? Oh, come on! You follow Colonel Sanders out the room. Oh my god. At night, the school building is taken on the vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly.
Those mashed potatoes you made in class today?
Before you go on, I want you to know, they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them.
They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with.
Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders?
Yes, Minx?
There's something I need to tell you. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hold it right there! There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working toward that dream. Day and night, never stopping, and never resting. Also, lifting a lot of weights. Like so many weights.
We should follow our dreams with all our hearts, that our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star.
Hey, no, you... Shut up! I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story. Are we forgetting your cooking literally killed a guy? You can't prove that!
I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name?
Somewhere in the distance you hear a long, sad sigh. Forget him! We're talking about me! Me! I'm the hero! Excuse me?
This black monster is here to fight a hero.
I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds!
How dare you threaten me just as I was letting down my guard and connected with another chef on an emotional level. Oh, God. I almost immediately lost a spark voice.
Is this, this looks like a knockoff version of Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, whatever. You know, that pink thing?
Be afraid, be very afraid. Me, because I'm a monster, see?
Is he rhyming on purpose, or is it just coincidence? But before you can discuss syntax any further, it's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? I don't know, actually. I feel that we should attack. Is that a bad decision, do you think, Alice?
Let's attack. See how it goes.
You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love, obviously, the only option we have. It does 1 damage. It just got real. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Alright. Alice, you can choose this what we're going to do this time.
Let's defend this time.
Okay. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? I guess we're using trepidation. Which is a big word, actually. I'm surprised it's in the game. You continue to stay back and endure whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay, sure. You do you. Spork Monster focus their mash mind and draws in energy from Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond?
Alternate back and forth.
Okay. We're going on the attack, and we're going to use Cook with Love, and we did 1 damage. Oh, fuck. They used Utility Tensile. You took 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. I feel that we have to just keep attacking and defend when it beefs up, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm attacking again.
You decide to go on the attack.
Sport Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Sport Monster prepares for ultimate attack, Rounded Edge. Okay, now Colonel Sanders is stepping in.
Foul villain, your reign of terror ends here.
Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens.
Pot Pie Power Pinch.
Pot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me! An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. I believe it's your choice.
I think we should spare the wretched beast.
Because Colonel Sanders always does that, right? You know what I mean? Unless you're a chicken.
Yeah.
I think the 1,000 chickens he used with like the souls of the chickens he's killed in his lifetime.
Yeah.
Spare this wretched
Just
beast.
stores them up in the staff.
Yeah. You manage to tamp down your disgust at this gnarly beast long enough to realize that he is still a living creature with a pure soul who deserves your pity, not your wrath. Be gone, beast, and don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow.
I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back like you said.
The Spork Monster scuttles off into the night. The defeated monster left behind a special item. It appears to first be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, it's so much more. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko.
Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar.
Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realise that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home. In your tired state, you don't know if you could make it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have enough strength to utter a single word. You feel the covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. What the fuck? You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the visions you've had. Were they memories or premonitions? And then there was the secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own.
Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clink.
Like him? Like?
I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school?
No, but that does make complete sense.
Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at the school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade.
I'm thinking maybe someone got lost in the pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders.
You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, you're a thing now?
We definitely connected yesterday.
You sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you, I guess?
Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great! You have no idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up.
A secret ingredient?
Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing.
So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering.
This can't be good.
He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some, to show me what he meant. He said it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, and that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own.
Oh dear. Please, Miriam, don't tell me.
So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted.
I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here.
Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch. You know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about the new spices.
Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone.
Please, please, please! It would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders.
We are not telling.
No.
No, we'll make up a fake ingredient so the drug dealer doesn't get the deets. Okay. Can we quickly think of a fake ingredient name? I don't know. How about? It was Eye of Newt. I know it sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do?
Eye of Newt? Wow!
Her eyes light up imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb and typing on her phone that you can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm she was definitely not texting secrets to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school on a horse. It's your choice,
Get
sir.
back and... Let's run to him.
Okay, we're going to run to him. You decide the best way to show Miriam how serious you and Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you onto the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her for good. Oh, Colonel. My Colonel. However, your sudden movement surprised the horse and it rears up, kicking you directly in the face. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision. Woo, Minx! I'm here to deliver you a message! Not this guy. It's important you remember this exactly as I say it. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I've been trapped in a realm beyond, but as a great prophecy relies on my return, only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. And that name is... Before you can continue, you suddenly awake. Oh, jeez! You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you.
Oh, screwed that one up.
Yep, he roused you back to life with the satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his natural seasoned musk? I feel we should go for compliment the craftsmanship of his horse's shoes.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe you shouldn't be riding a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here, but one thing for sure is that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were when they were pressing into my face. Yeah, you like that.
Yep. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore.
And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow.
So we haven't screwed up just yet.
No. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, who are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? You try and get a peek over Van Van's hulking shoulders, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one, I'm not sure you're ready to handle this.
Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey?
What do you want to go for?
I think we should tell them to stop acting immature.
Very good. You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behaviour. Culinary school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them.
Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules.
He's very upset, the other guy. I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you.
Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache.
And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding and you instantly recognise it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. That's the same book that I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back.
I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom and its contents are secret.
You notice they haven't been studying the book. They've got pot pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth.
We're playing.
Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep, beep. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry, he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts! You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Bzzzt, womp.
Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language. Not even from a stand mixer.
Womp womp. No, your mother was a stand mixer. Bzzzt. Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room.
Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them.
Oh my god, that yandere face just got here.
Yep.
Ash's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right?
Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got a lofty career aspirations to focus on.
Maybe I can help you with your business plan?
Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog.
Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn.
Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's the scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face.
Down, boy. Down. What's uppin'?
That command shown by Colonel Sanders has snapped Sprinkles out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom.
Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favourite fowl, the chicken.
You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly you do.
Which is why, in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name.
But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you.
Well, Mix?
Naturally, this appears to be a sample platter. Which item do you want to sample? Oh, shit. I want to say the pepper?
I mean, I don't think the dog biscuit, and
I can't imagine the water.
Maybe a glass of water?
We'll go for pepper, okay?
Yeah, let's do pepper.
A brightly coloured pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in the most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat.
Yep.
The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. It feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend! Woo! This guy again? I'm here to give you an important message. Woo! You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I still got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through... To fulfill... the prophecy... You must... You feel yourself beginning to regain consciousness.
He just needs to talk faster.
Yeah. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever.
Oops.
You think to yourself, geez, I should pay better attention.
We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch.
Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via... Sorry, it's you.
Via timed competitive cook-off.
The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. It's your choice.
I don't know. Kind of want to tell them to stop wasting everyone's time.
Yeah. Do that. Let's do it. Okay?
Yeah.
Is everything a competition with you two? Yes.
Yes.
Well, not with me. I'm on a personal journey to learn to love. To learn to love? Sure, why not? But definitely not to constantly battle.
Yeah, stop getting your genres crossed. Don't you have some portable monsters to capture or something?
I need to eat if I'm going to have the energy to sustain my education and pursue my dreams of being a master chef.
How are any of us supposed to get anywhere if we're constantly fending off challenges from every know-it-all with an apron? Besides, I already brought my own lunch. Minx, you should have it. It will give you the energy you need to succeed.
Miriam reaches out and presents a gift to you. Oh my god.
My special grilled cheese and tomato soup, with chocolate milk to wash it down and a tartlet for dessert.
It only takes you about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you needed for motivation. You know what? I've learned enough for today. Let's battle. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness.
No, students, please settle down. This is lunchroom, not a sportsing court?
What the fuck is that? Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief.
At least not until we turn on the timer!
Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words "timer ready."
That's what I'm talking about. Oh!
I stand corrected.
If it's a battle you want, it's a battle you'll get. My bestie can best the best of them.
Best believe it.
Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself.
You had his chicken and you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day one. You're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. Oh, fuck. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. Okay, so we have to pick really quick. Shit. Okay.
100 degrees Celsius.
100 degrees Celsius? That's right.
Yep.
But how would you have ever got into school without knowing that?
When it gets to rub my furry belly, let's let that enticing offer motivate you.
You're going to need to season this chicken before you cook it. You don't know Colonel Sanders' recipe exactly, but you have an idea. How many spices? Did you say 11?
11. He said 11.
Yep. That's right. You must not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're heading in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Shit!
Gratitude or trust?
I picked gratitude and it was right. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I just panicked.
Okay.
Mine was on 1 second. That's right. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Fuck! A small
A
town.
small town where big dreams are born?
Yeah, that's right. This is your shot and you're not going to miss it. Oh! You try and shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What's the sound of success? Sizzling. That's wrong! Fuck! Don't make me get the spray bottle. Next question. You notice Colonel Sanders out the corner of your eye.
I believe in you, Minx.
He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you feel totally forget makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy? Oh my...
What were you thinking?
Get your mind back into the competition. You're stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. Oh my, for fuck's sake. Wedding vows. I can cook it in time. What does that have to do with crafting spectacular fried chicken and delicate baked biscuits? Woof woof. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. It's colourful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixture. As you do, the crowd gasps.
Yikes. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes it means sacrificing the personal touch.
Where?
You might not have any hands, but Minx does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough to know when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way.
When you hear everyone talking, you realise how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer to rescue your dough before it's overmixed.
Minx, no!
But you're not fast enough and your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the quickly spinning beaters. There's nowhere for you to use that hand for the rest of the match.
Why didn't you just turn it on first?
This is a disaster! Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame.
What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult. Don't lecture now, dude. Not helping.
Everyone stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over.
It can't be. I was so close to finishing my dish.
Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on.
Aw, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default.
No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Minx's injury.
You see Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks onto the dish.
But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared.
Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes good and tells a story of excellence. Didn't you say it was colorful?
Yeah, it's not colorful at all.
I was going to ask Minx to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand.
Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Oh wow, that's disgusting. Inside you find a delicate fried cheese croquette, top a slice of honeycomb, ice cream, 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. See, I wouldn't like the cheese croquette being in there.
And she did all this very, very fast.
Yeah. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not as impressed. He dips his finger into the chocolate sauce. Sorry, shoot.
Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you.
As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something into his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his moustache. We've got to internalize the rage we feel or put ourselves between Colonel Sanders and Ashley.
I feel like we should just internalize.
Yeah, I feel that it'll just make the situation worse.
Yep.
Your rage
I think she's gonna dig her own grave.
Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and then they fall off your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by your poor insurance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. That might have been bad. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and deciding to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try and hide from him, but it approaches you directly.
I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out.
I'm fine. Can't you leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef.
Failure is a part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before?
That's exactly what I think.
Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. Well, that's a story I want to know.
I didn't know.
People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now, but it hadn't always been.
Sounds like this guy could really use a hug.
I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give.
As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him. A burning passion.
One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay!
Fuck off, Pop. Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. It's the Spork monster. Borko?
It is I. I know I said I wouldn't be back, but after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder.
Oh, his little eyes were crying there.
Monster problems, am I right?
Oh, thanks, Borko. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark at night can really rile a person up. I also want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I guess if we defended immediately, we wouldn't have got into a fight.
I think we still would have gotten in a fight, but I don't know, maybe Colonel Sanders would have saved us sooner.
I know that your strong at cooking school can always put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to this school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see.
I don't believe it. You were a human once?
Well, no. I was a golden retriever. But I was still a student. Until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed.
A magic spellbook?
Precisely. I had procured a copy for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and you shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would teach them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there.
Sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life. Minx, together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway, and we can discuss.
He has a hideaway? A personal invite. You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Instantly. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Is that him as a baby, but still with a beard and glasses?
I was just about to say that. I couldn't tell if it was a little beard or if it was a baby with a tongue out.
It's a little beard.
Yeah.
He's also been to Egypt, and I don't know what the other picture is.
It's Kentucky. And it's like...
Yeah, it's him.
Yeah.
He's also drinking whiskey. Bourbon, probably, right? Is that a southern thing, bourbon? I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. This is not quite what I expected out of a Kentucky household.
No.
Or a southern household.
It's by the lake as well.
Yeah. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef.
Well, there is something. It's a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavours and textures. I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish she might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy. Both, perhaps. Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation to him or keep it secret just for you? I guess we should reveal it.
Probably.
You decide that you're ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. Of course. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway.
Yeah, I hate coleslaw.
I actually quite like it. I like it with like pizza and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just don't really like mayonnaise and anything that's made with mayonnaise.
That's fair.
Magnificent.
Together, you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. I can't imagine eating it just by itself, though. That's weird.
Yeah. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste and think back on this moment.
You could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not?
Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment.
You realise that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around them are various items you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Alright.
Oh god.
What do you want to go for?
Well, maybe we should start with the baby picture.
Okay.
Also, there's like a safe on the wall.
There is. An adorable little baby boy crawls on the kitchen floor. From the goatee and moustache combo he sports, you figure this must be Colonel Sanders himself. That, or maybe it's a drumstick he seems to be waving like a rattle. Who frames a baby picture of just themselves? Probably the same type of person who would make their own face the logo of a company they founded. Am I right? Tap on light. Okay, let's go for the safe, I guess, then. This must be where he keeps the secret recipe. You think for a moment what number is important to Colonel Sanders, then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 111111, the safe opens. Inside you find a single note. The answer to that question is no.
No, because it's raw chicken
and you die.
It's all kinds of gross shit.
Yeah. Okay. Which one do you want to go for next?
The chicken?
Okay. You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realise it isn't realistic, it's real! Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Oh, that door just opened. Do you want to go through the door, or...?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
Let's do that. There's I guess it looks like there's a candle on the table.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's what I thought was the alcohol, but it's a candle. I clicked the door. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet and find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. And they say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant?
Did the closet open by itself?
It did, yeah.
I'm a little worried. I thought that was like the kitchen or something, and we were going to go in and find him.
No.
It's just a closet.
Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he's been working on. He wants you to taste it. What's it going to be?
Let's see. What could it be?
Do they do
Is
grits?
there like a corn or something like that?
Yeah, maybe corn on the cob. I don't really know what else they do, to be honest with you, so Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've eaten a KFC.
Yeah, it's been over a year for me. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket.
I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you.
Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. Just tell him the truth?
Probably.
Or we should fess up?
Yep, fess up and tell the truth.
Okay. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. How you like that?
Yep. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams.
Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. The thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel?
Yes, Minx.
I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful.
I think you're right. We should take things slow.
You talk late into the night and drift off into slumber. Dream sequence.
Why do you always go to this weird eyeball galaxy thing?
I don't know, it's very odd. You wake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it.
Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up.
I mean, it's just chicken, right?
It's chicken and biscuits.
It's meticulous. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question.
So, would you say we're the perfect match?
How presumptuous.
My cuisine, and your taste buds, that is.
Such confidence, such grace. Could he be the world's greatest gift to cookery? Let's flatter him.
Okay.
Oh, unless do you think we should? I don't know.
No, flatter him.
I don't know.
Flatter him.
Oh, he likes that, yeah. You know, I think we make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window.
And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail.
Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears. Unable to speak, the only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one.
I don't think I've ever reacted quite that way.
Yeah, just running. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you.
Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night.
Did she have sex with the machine?
Possibly.
I think she did.
I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got so worried that something had happened to you.
It's okay, I was just...
But now, it turns out that you're fine. I can totally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam.
Sure, but...
You will not believe what has happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date!
I think I can believe that.
Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you'd better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me, so I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control.
Did she just say skydiving as if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker?
And now I'm not really sure where we stand.
You don't give Miriam time to tell her the whole story, however. Bottling up the details of your own night is too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him.
You what?
Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Well, apparently we've got to click on this, so... Miriam tells you to move on for this whole Colonel Sanders obsession and focus on school. If being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong, you don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. Oh shit!
Wow, she really does not like that you like Colonel Sanders.
Yeah. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance they're picking on Pop, though he himself might be not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop.
What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away.
I'll I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swirly dipped too.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school?
There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school. But who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You've got some nerve, Mink, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on.
Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Minx, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon.
Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard.
Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive.
What's he doing complimenting her?
What about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce?
Oh my god.
It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received.
That's a lot of words to that's a lot of words to say. It was bland.
Excuse me, Minx. I am more than capable enough to speak for myself.
Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel?
I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Minx.
Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spellbook you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages.
When did we grab it?
I thought they had it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
What?
Apparently there's inconsistencies in this story.
Okay.
Whoa. That's that book? It looks like bad news.
Oh, didn't we grabbed it. They must have another one. We grabbed the one from beating the monster. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
It's just something I found laying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff.
A grimoire? Like a book of spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful?
I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open a page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency, it says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here. It says it will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam.
That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger?
Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory-erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. We're not going to do it, are we?
Oh, probably a bad idea.
Yeah, I think this sounds like a terrible idea, so let's don't do it after all. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkle's already in the room. Go on, sorry.
You might erase your memory of yourself.
Yeah, there's so many things that could go wrong, and we want to ban the Colonel. Who cares about fucking passing culinary school in the grand scheme of things?
Right?
Sprinkles
the goal here, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's one goal, not passing the exam. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute nose scrunches up and he begins to breathe quickly. What do you think we should go for here?
I don't know. He must be hungry. Reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. I don't know.
Let's wait.
All right.
Sprinkles stops in his tracks. He focuses in on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs to the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside. Terrence! I told you you'd have to come back here! Terrence, I will destroy you, Terrence! Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence?
You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again!
After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terence but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone.
I apologize for that outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Minx, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see...
Before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by words and sparks coming from the back of the room.
I told you to save it for after class.
Buzz, buzz.
You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane strapped to a stranger?
Miriam and Clank appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language and mechanical noises. Whirr.
But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends Jeff and Joan. J&J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know?
Buzz, buzz.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make it a great date.
Beep.
Whirr.
Then take Jeff and Joan with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care.
Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out the gaps in his panels, and a loud ding stops him in his tracks.
Buzz, buzz.
Oh, it doesn't look well.
No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank.
Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it... Do they mean deep-fried?
Probably.
Deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay? Clank slowly rolls out the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend that it didn't see the entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school.
Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't distract from what lies ahead. The final competition. Showdown Challenge Exam, TM. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena.
Before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey Miriam, are you okay?
Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that, in front of everyone?
Her tiny cocoa is a delicate treasure, so you know this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're going to cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way.
You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me.
Of course not. Well, maybe sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us, and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for first someone to show a little interest. Anyhow, Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks.
I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup.
And I bet that Professor Dog is gonna love it up.
Do you think she's going to use the evil spice?
Maybe.
And we'll have to save her with our delicious home-cooked meal?
Maybe. While you were pep-talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea on how to spend the time before your exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge. A test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. And a chance to beat the pants off Van, supposed Man-Man, and his evil counterpart Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of the recipe you've been working on. Minx's famous chicken pot pie.
Ah, that's another dish.
Is that another dish they do? After practicing
Yeah,
for
I should have
months...
remembered it when he said the pot pie. He did the pot pie move.
Oh, okay. I
On the
don't
sport monster.
even know what pot pie is, to be honest with you, so...
Oh, it's like a little pastry bowl, and it's got some, like, chicken and gravy and vegetables, and then it's covered in, like, a crispy
Okay.
pastry crust.
Okay. Sounds alright, I guess. After practicing for months, making this dish comes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven, but as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders.
And his accompanying cherry
Yeah.
blossoms. Minx, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam.
Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big on visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you.
Visualizing, huh?
That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious.
You usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but the decision gets hard to stick with when the oven timer goes off behind you.
Don't ignore it, or it's gonna burn.
Yeah, let's fess up.
Yeah.
Okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing.
I know. My nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards.
That's an oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell?
Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else.
Oh no, is it burning?
No, I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. But it'll probably stop burning any second if you don't pull it out.
The moment of truth. In the same branded bowl.
Wow. It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day.
There's no time left. The final showdown's about to begin. Sprinkles lays down the ground rules.
There are no rules. That is except to cook with everything you've got.
You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing, they do mac and cheese too, are just the dishes that'll push you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are practicing wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. They're gonna use some spell or some shit.
Yeah, they're gonna do something stupid, and then your friend is gonna cook with the weird spice that the creepy man gave her.
Yep. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big, going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect. His original recipe: fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool specific cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air.
Might want to look into that. Egg wash.
Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth.
Best friend, Baster Blaster!
Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin.
Let's rock and roid.
Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed.
Shallow personality spatula!
Even Clank gets in on it.
5-dial pressure point cooking, chicken cooking technique.
Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English?
It's the singularity, as was foretold.
We mustn't let it happen or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct.
Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide?
Yep, there's the magic.
You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's almost certainly evil magic? No, we'll do it the hard way.
Yeah, it's the whole game's been about, right?
Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room.
I believe in you, Minx.
Miriam notices too.
And I've always believed in you, Minx, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever.
You tend to notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking?
Tiny food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you.
Oh, that's sweet, but... Oh, fuck. Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles.
It's the secret ingredient.
However, she doesn't know that you lied and the ingredient was made up, and where in the world did she get the Eye of Newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery needles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and conceals before your very eyes. Oh god.
This is I, Steve, the spork monster.
Steve, wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off. But you have conjured Steve,
And I hate to battle, so I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. Your crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out?
I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spork Monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath the cooking station.
I see what you're up to. Crisscrossed your magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh?
You guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing some fresh noodles in a pot of solid water?
I'd love to. I always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country.
You can feel Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where that came from, but it seems like it would probably be lonely there. It seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition.
I understand. It's kind of like the time in monster school I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up...
You toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes the hints.
Never mind. I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know you could ever win. We're gonna have to go. You summon extra power from deep down within yourself.
Why would you go all the way here
Yeah.
and then give up and drop out of culinary school?
We've been playing this for an hour and 45 minutes. There's no way we're giving up at this point.
Nope.
I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for... Yes, Minx. You are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry. My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing your entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery. You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know, with this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven, and it can't be served. But don't
However,
worry,
you made
dear
a perfect
Minx.
one earlier. Can
That's
you
true.
use that?
You may have suffered some setbacks, but not all is lost. In his practical fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides you have earned his support.
I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches.
He steps up to your station and stands right beside you.
I'm here to help.
All you managed to make is mac and cheese, and time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules?
Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart.
He's crying as well. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on.
And besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that surpass the individual efforts.
Are you suggesting?
If we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union.
Time's up, students.
With time expired, it's the moment everyone's been waiting for.
You must now prepare to present your dishes.
A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete.
It seems like we're missing some students. Pop? Clank?
From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student.
I'm flying!
It sounds like it's coming from the broom closet over there.
Miriam, would you mind?
Inside the closet, you see Pop, hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants.
I wonder what would happen if you set her up with.
I don't know,
Pop.
and I'm kind of horrified to think, but at the same time, morbidly curious.
Pop,
Yep.
get down from there right now.
Let me guess, did Van Dan have something to do with this?
When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad.
Looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing as how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. Maybe excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks. I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks? Pranks Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word beep or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow, he must have got unplugged, I guess. We'll figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Actually, at least 5. Yeah, 5, not 4. Right? It's us, Colonel Sanders, the 2 bullies, and our best friend. That's 5.
Yeah.
So you're wrong, Sprinkles, you stupid dog. It's been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup.
My word, it's so
Oh my
delicate.
God, the tiny
It looks
bag.
nice though, isn't it? Is
Yeah.
that a teeny tiny Narutomaki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl?
Yes, chef.
Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime! Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug.
Thank you, Minx, for helping me to believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now, describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg casted in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. That looks disgusting.
It looks very hard to eat.
Did you skewer one urchin with spines from a second different coloured type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Something to look cool? Sprinkles leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to pour it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around. Woof, woof! Please be gentle with my cuisine. Grrr. Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch, my tongue! The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keeps perking my tongue. Discolored. A stunning turn of events. He would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat. Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night. Disqualified for glamour? The discounts necessity. Well, this isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yes, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student. Ashley, it's time to step up. Now, describe your dish.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece.
Don't eat the food at a cooking school?
Got toast in your ears or something, Minx? I told you, it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. Didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted. But don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral.
He's very upset, the dog.
Yeah.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
Rage overtakes Ashley as she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up.
You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you.
And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to fake nice and liked by everyone.
This is the last you've heard of me, either.
If this class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel... Okay, I guess we count as one person. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. 2 chefs? What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese
Has become something else.
He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I'd seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing! and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass! Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu is so impressive, even the Van and Ashley are drawn back by its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on.
What? It's like a middle school dance.
Yeah, it is. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking area, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house! Oh, woo, woo! You know that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting.
No ghost allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to fondly notice me.
Oh, amusing.
And now that everyone is together...
It's a spork monster. He's totally hollowed out.
Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I would prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster.
Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's going to do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop! He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking across the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat. A crown?
Welcome back, Pop.
I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least you could do for the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honour of educating the son of the Chancellor of such and such. The music of this dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank who has arrived late to the dance.
Now I have graduated, I can reveal my truth.
Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing.
I am Clank, and I am not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What?
I actually feel like I knew it this whole time.
Now that I have learned the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me?
I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I have just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank.
You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear she's managed to pass you in that regard.
I understand, kind of. Humans are weird.
A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives.
Oh my god, he's in like casual clothes.
Yeah, that's weird.
He's still got a pen though.
Yeah.
Howdy, classmate.
That is actually a very disconcerting image. Just like the first day you met him, he's come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal.
I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. He stole all your dishes.
No,
it's not the end.
As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting on the edge of the dance floor.
Minx, what are you doing sitting all alone?
Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance.
I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you'd expect to find in such a lucky person?
Off the top of my head, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning, just to name a few.
It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me?
Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you.
And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be so glad to spend it together with you, Minx.
How sweet. We'll work together and play together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks.
Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself.
But who will help you run your restaurants?
I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward?
Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at pastry school.
Oh, my dear Minx, I'm sure you'll find your place eventually. And along the way, you'll have me by your side.
The end!
How-
So, we got like a half ending? We did it. Well, that took 2 hours,
Wait.
so that was quite a lengthy game.
Yeah, it's longer than I thought it was. I don't know why I only thought it was half an hour.
I mean, it's fine. To be fair, like, considering it's free, that was actually quite entertaining for what it was. You know, considering it's basically a free marketing game, that actually was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was well done. It genuinely made me laugh, and it had interesting characters. So yeah.
Well, and it poked fun at itself too. It knew exactly what it was.
Yeah, exactly, and it's good. I like it. I you can date other characters. You said, right?
Supposedly.
I don't really see how, but okay. I
Yeah,
want to go off the
I-
alien world with the microwave thing, or whatever it is, mixer thing.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but I'm also not sure how you would possibly win his respect as a chef because, like, there really wasn't much we could have done.
Yeah, we did most things almost 100% right, apart from getting kicked in the face by the horse,
Yeah.
and maybe
And
one
that-
question on the quiz.
Yeah, and that shouldn't hurt us.
That much, you know what I mean? We were
Yeah.
right up until that point. I don't know. But anyway, that was I Love You, Colonel Sanders. Thank you for lending your melodious voice to that, Alice. You were great. It was great. I think you have a career
Hope everyone
in voice
enjoys
acting.
our fantastic voices.
I really enjoy doing these. Actually, these sort of things are fun to do with two people because it doesn't tire your voice out as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, trying to do a set of like all these voices by yourself would just be
When I did Danganronpa back in the day, like that killed. Every time I did a few hours of it, I couldn't talk properly afterwards for a while because I was doing like 12 characters. You know what I mean? It was awful.
Yeah, I did that with Danganronpa 3.
Oh
Like,
god, that's even
I
more
lost
reading than the
my
others as well.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's impressive. It's impressive that you did it. Anyway,
I didn't release it yet.
Oh, really?
Because I'm still editing it. It's like been 2 years now.
Oh, really? Jesus Christ. Check out Alice's channel, by the way, guys, via the link in the description. It'll be there right now. And thank you, as always, for being amazing, Alice, and being our fantastic producer and all that stuff. You should follow her on social media, too. All the links are there on the screen. Anyway, that was I Love You, Colonel Sanders, and thank you very much for watching, everyone. Goodbye!
Go buy chicken.
Yes, you must buy the chicken.